Guys, think about it. What does your market know about you? Hey guys, welcome to another Brokerpreneur podcast. I am Dr. Ben Spears, the ambassador of Flow. I'm here with the big guy as usual, Matt Vi. How's it going, Matt?
Now we're going to talk fast. We just did another episode that we drug out for like an hour and a half.
Well, here's the thing, man.
First 5
you know
minutes.
how I talk.
So that was you changing
That
it
was
up.
this is the fastest I have talked ever. Right? That's like a Pikeville
That was like
talking
lickety
speed
split.
record.
And Ben gets a blue ribbon.
Yeah, give me the blue ribbon, 4-H.
Not Paps, the other blue ribbon.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want Paps with ribbon, that's for sure.
What?
I just don't. I don't. Sorry, Paps.
I think they quit making Paps.
Oh, really?
Is actually going out of business, yeah.
Yeah.
I think somebody bought it, and I don't know if they're going to continue brewing it, but I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll let you know on the next episode,
Yeah,
guys.
that's right. I'll have to dig into it and see.
Yeah.
Go-
Till
Google
the next
knows.
episode.
Google knows.
Yeah, Google knows. Google knows all. Matt, how you doing, man?
Another day in paradise, man. It's fantastic. Another beautiful day.
Yep.
And we get to talk real estate. What's not to love?
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what we're talking about, and then I'll let everybody know how to follow us. Not like the stalker
Not that kind.
kind. I don't want to see you in my rearview mirror.
Right. Not like there's something about Mary type of people.
yeah, exactly. Don't break out in hives.
Right.
I ain't going nowhere. Just follow me on these platforms.
Right.
That's what we talk about, Matt.
So most managers, a lot of times the market doesn't know a whole lot about the managers. Most managers, keep their head down. They're pretty humble about what they do. They're not out there being braggarts talking about themselves and everything. And the ones that do that aren't listening to the podcast anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're already fed up with us.
yeah, exactly. Like, psh.
That's right. But you got to get your message out there about who you are, right? The market has to do that, and how do you do that without bragging about yourself, right? How do you get all of that out there? So we're gonna dig into that a little bit today.
Awesome. So, guys, wherever you're listening to this, hit that follow and that subscribe button. If you, if you're like, man, I wish there was like a really cool weekly newsletter that I could get that would really help me, keep my mind on recruiting while I'm, not listening to Brokerpreneur Podcast. Well, guess what? There's one of those at Brokerpreneur Podcast. All you have to do is just sign up for it, right? We just want to keep that value in the 6 inches between your ears. Right,
it's like a genie gland of the wish.
Plus or minus an inch. Right. Some people just got big heads. I get it. Right. But so go there, sign up for that. Right, become part of our community. We want to get to know you and your business. Let you guys get to know us and ours as well. Matt.
Yeah.
So you mentioned it, right? Like how do you share those things? Mm-hmm. There's an unconventional, what you would think, no, that's probably not the way that I would brag on myself, right? For lack of better words, and tell us, kind of what that is, because most people would say it's one way, but you may be surprised it may be another.
Yeah. So a lot of people that are in the role of being in charge of an office or running a brokerage, stuff like that, it's really not about them, right? I mean, they want to help, they want to be profitable, they want to still help their customers and clients. They also want some agents.
There's 5 things.
Yeah, there's 5 things, right? So there's reasons, right? So, but they have to get the word out about themselves, and they struggle with how to get that word out because they're busy doing other things. And people that are really focused on nurturing others kind of take themselves out of the equation as far as putting themselves at the forefront of recognition, right? So this is what you were saying just a second ago. This is why this is going to sound counterintuitive. Mm-hmm. You really do have to lean into getting the recognition to everyone else's story. If you want your story to get out there, you really have to lean into everybody else getting their story out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today.
Okay. Well, let's say like every agent has a different story, right? So are you just, we've talked about this a little bit. Like, are you just, picking the highlights? What if there's an agent that you want and they're relatively new, and they don't have like too much of a story to really even talk about, but you're
Right.
like, man, I can see the potential in that person.
Yeah.
That was something that just triggered. It's not on our show notes, but that was something that just triggered there. It's like, we want to share their story, but there's people out there that you want, and like, what if you don't know their story, or how do you go about that?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna start off with an example, and then let's dig in why that would work.
Perfect.
Okay. Oh, so let's say that I've got Matt's brokerage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matt's Realty. If I go out there and say, hey guys, which you can do this, right? You can say, hey guys, this is Matt with Matt's Realty. I wanted to give you a Matt's Monday moment about something going on in the real estate market, right? You could absolutely do that.
Of course.
A lot of agents, a lot of brokers don't want to do that because of all the hats that they're wearing and all that kind of stuff. So how about if you change it up just a little bit? Walk around the people the people in your office and go, hey, look, this is what I'd like to do every Monday. I want to give a tip, and I want to kind of showcase you in that tip. Mm-hmm. So over the next, if there's 50 people in your office, right, over the next 50 weeks, right, every one of you is going to give a chance to give a tip about how you do business. And so then you walk around with your camera,
like a team tip.
There you go. Yeah. And so you could put the camera up in the office, and you'd say, hey guys, it's Monday, so that means it's Matt's Monday Minute, and I'm here with Ben. Ben today is going to dig into a little bit about how to make sure you've got the right mortgage lender for the buyers that you're working with. Ben, can you tell us a little bit about that for just a second? And then you would talk for just a minute about, hey, this, that, or the other, or whatever it is. Now, don't let everybody come in without show notes, right? Have some kind of, because next thing you know, you got, instead of a tip, you got Ben's novel, right? Or you got Matt's novel, or whatever it is, right?
You hardly ever get Ben's novel.
Yeah. Right. And but that way you could keep it at, a minute and 30 seconds, something like that. It goes out every Monday. You get 4 or 5 weeks ahead. It's real easy to keep up with. You could actually tell everybody, hey, what do you want to talk about? They're like, I don't know. You could say, well, how about if you dig in over the next couple of weeks and figure out more about this, and then I'll showcase you on that part. Now you're out there telling their story.
Yeah.
Right. That gives their personality and their flair a chance to come through. But the whole time that you're doing that, your story's getting told too, right?
Exactly. Yeah, because your story is being shown as like you're out there celebrating, the wins and the knowledge, and however whatever's valuable, with your agents. You're out there sharing those wins and celebrating those wins.
Well, that's actually something else we're going to talk about, right? So the other thing is let's dig into exactly that, right? When they have wins on things, you want to celebrate those, right?
Perfect. So
I think this would be cool. I think people would pay attention to it, and if there was recruits in the market, I would think that they would think that this was exciting. So you see somebody come in the office, they just got done with a closing, they're dropping everything off for their file and their paperwork and all that kind of stuff. They walk back to their desk, or they're walking in talking to the administrator, or they're putting things in dot loop, or whatever it is they're doing. And you walk up and you've got your camera and you go, okay, I've got my camera. We're live right now, or I'm going to put this live, or whatever it is. So you just got done with the closing with the Joneses. I know we went through a lot with that, right? How did that go? What was the biggest thing that you could help other people with right now, knowing what you just went through with the Joneses?
Yeah.
And then that person's going to ramble on with something about, hey, you got to make sure that you're really pre-approved, or during the inspection period, you really have to, you have to pay attention to this, or we're in Florida and it's on the water, so you got to understand the Floodwaters Act and all that kind of stuff. So they would throw something out there. But what you're doing is you're catching them, and you're celebrating the wins that they're having.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's agents in other offices that their brokers never walked up to them and said, good job, let alone put out there in front of everybody, hey, I'm proud of you, way to go, you just helped the Joneses out, you're an incredible agent, share your expertise with the world here real quick. That's just not happening. So if you it's another way you can just kind of celebrate that and get that word out. And the next thing you know, you're going to be known as the broker that celebrates the wins of the agents in their market.
Hey guys, this podcast is powered by Prospect Boomerang.
We all know broker owners struggle with profitability. Prospect Boomerang compounds your profits by recruiting the best agents to your brokerage.
For consistent growth, visit prospectboomerang.com.
brokerage.com.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this, and this is not true, guys, just a little setup here. The cool thing about it is, really, you don't need to have that like being like top of mind all the time, because essentially, once a year you can hand out awards, and that does essentially the same thing, right?
No.
Man, like if I get a trophy, like I don't need the other 364 days a year, right? I can all go and wear my medal.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing, right? Is that right?
You look like a prince from from the mountains of Kentucky.
Well, I am.
Excuse me, the king from the mountains of Kentucky with your medal around your neck.
No. My dad's still alive.
Yeah, I got you. Awards. That's a big deal, right? You gotta do that. You gotta do that the right way. You know, awards are kind of a summary.
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of just celebrating the summary, right? Because it's that time of year, right? We're in February or whatever it is. I mean, my freaking feed is filled up with people going, "Hey, I won this last year. You know, if you want a new house, come whatever with me." And and the agents putting out their award and everything. I'm not taking away from that. They work very hard to get those awards. Please, my sarcasm is not directed that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the issue is everybody thinks that that's doing something different than it is.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got some agents that are like, "Man, that looks horrible. I don't want to put that out there," and other agents that are like, "I worked my ass off. I'm going to put that out there." Right. And then some people are like, "Hey, I want to leverage this the right way. I'm going to put that out there." If you want to leverage it the right way, you as the broker, you as the owner, this is your chance to do that with them. So absolutely you want to do the awards thing. Okay. But let's say that you celebrated the awards like this instead. Ben won this award, and so won this, and so won this, and so won this, right? If you're the broker, owner, manager, regional manager, whatever, over a company that has 75 offices, do not dismiss this and say, "I don't have time to do that," right? Because you've got managers and other people in those offices and team leaders and everybody else that would see the benefit of this, and the next thing you know, your market would be covered up with this. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's what you do as the manager. You go, "Hey Ben, I know this year you won the President's Circle Grand Poobah Award, right?"
Yeah. It was, the Poobah part was my favorite.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit. So you did 32 units last year, 480,000 in gross commission income. If you want to put that out there, you don't have to. Tell us tell us one of the memorable highlights of what you went through last year whenever you were helping families get a new house. Right. And now all of a sudden Ben talks about that instead of his picture that is a glamour shot from 1948 that he's got holding up some award or some chairman's circle, whatever it is, not poo-pooing on any awards. Okay.
Yeah.
But most people don't know what chairman's circle means. Most people don't know what elite, whatever. Most people don't know what $1 Million Club means, right? They don't have any idea. So literally what you're saying is, let's celebrate this agent with something you have no idea exactly what it means. Instead, talk to your audience. And you, as the broker, be the MC. That is going to help define you in that marketplace.
Yeah.
Right? So Ben, you know, this year you hit this level and everything. What does that tell you about this year? And what does that tell you about next year? And all of a sudden Ben says, well, this year I was able to help, 65 families find new homes and sell their homes. Next year I'm trying to, get to that next level of people that I help. So maybe I want to get to 75 of those. And you say, well, Ben, I'm here to help. The people watching this are there to help. We really hope that you get it. And let's take a close look next year and see if you made that award. Okay, guys, if you get a chance, congratulate Ben.
Yeah.
I'm talking completely about you. Notice I didn't say, talk to Ben here at Matt Vise Real Estate Company, right? There was no shameless plug in it or anything along that line. But people watching that, when they see that with Ben, they might forget or ignore or not know that Matt was the other one that was in there that was the broker or the broker owner of that. But now all of a sudden another one pops up 2 days later, and another one pops up a few days after that, and another one pops up on Instagram because that's where Ben's audience is instead of LinkedIn, which is where Matt's audience is.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden we're going to where the attention is of the people we want, all that kind of stuff, and we're putting things in place that are right. So it's going to take you a few minutes to do this. Just after award season, how do you think your market would look at you if you did that?
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Man, like this guy, he's like all about his agents.
And the next conversation, and none of the conversation is, oh, Matt's really cool and Matt's brokerage is really cool.
Yeah.
This is all about, I want to celebrate the people that are winning and kick ass in my office.
Yeah. I got to bring something up here, Matt.
Do it, Ben.
I want to talk a little bit about awards. You know, in real estate, you know, I won awards. I don't really know what they were. I have no idea about the circles and that kind of thing. I have it. I don't even know where my awards are.
Right.
Right. Which is kind of funny coming from like somebody who's like ultra competitive.
Right.
Right. Like I was thinking about this one time and I said, I wonder why that is. Cause I never posted anything about like, hey, I was in this club or circle or, you know, the things. And I'm like, why didn't it? And it dawned on me. During the awards ceremony, they're like, okay, like we're going to give out the level of Grand Poobah or whatever.
Right.
And then it was like all the, you know, then they ramble off this list. There's like, you know, 15, 20, you know, Grand Poobahs that come up.
Right.
And I think that's what I didn't like about it. I just wanted to be the best.
Right.
I wanted to be the only one that got the Grand Poobah.
Right.
Or lose.
Right.
Right. And I think that's where, from a competitive standpoint, it was just like, I didn't feel like I was really competing because I'm not inwardly competitive.
Yeah. Awards are awards, and this isn't a podcast about awards, okay?
Of course not.
Yeah. But awards are very much, because there are so many agents,
Yeah.
they're more of a barrier to entry in so many instances than a competitive. They really are an award.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a trophy. Right.
Right.
It's an award.
Yes.
And so that's how it has to be treated. Right.
Well, yes, of course.
Yeah. People that, yeah. And I'm not saying that you weren't doing that, but I mean, just for clarifying, because this goes back to our point of.
No, I straight up wanted it to be like in your face. Or be like, I lost that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Ben
cool
wanted to
with
run up there and
losing.
jump off the top ring rope and
Yes,
slam
I
onto the
wanted,
table
you know,
of the people that were there.
I wanted to go Ultimate Warrior. And they're like, everybody's Ultimate Warrior.
Right.
Well, everybody at this level.
Right. Everybody at that level. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a ladder to climb, right?
Yes.
And but I think the key thing to keep in mind here is, you know, you as the broker acknowledging that maybe some people feel like exactly what you were just saying, right? Some people feel like, yeah, I don't really care about that award because really everybody else is getting it. As soon as you slow down and you say, Ben, how come you won this award? What is it that you did this year that allowed you to win this award? Now Ben's like, well, I'm the only one with the Grand Poobah Award that helped people that you know, 6 of them were people that were veterans, right?
Yeah.
Now you get to say that out loud. Now you get to share that part of that message. Now everybody gets to celebrate that piece of it. So just remember, awards are a summary.
Yeah.
Okay? But step back away from that summary and absolutely make it just about that one specific component of what happened, that detail that led to the summary. Put that out there with you being the co-star of that and them being the star of that, you being the MC and them being the award winner. Let that happen, and that's going to change how you get looked at in your market for sure.
Yeah. You did a really good job wrapping that conversation back around to what we're actually talking about.
You know
versus me being like, I just want to be Ultimate Warrior.
It wasn't an easy path there, Ben.
The only point I was trying to make.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because I don't hear what people say. I hear what they mean.
I get it, man. Whatever. Top rope. Turnbuckle.
Ultimate Warrior doesn't wrestle. Ultimate Warrior's like, aren't they the ninja ones that the Ultimate Warrior? That's like UFC.
That's Ninja Warrior.
No,
like,
you're talking about UFC, right?
No, man. Ultimate Warrior. You know, you had like the neon, like pink and green and yellow. You know,
the actual wrestler that was okay. I thought you were saying like the Ultimate
Warrior.
Only
punch you in the face.
Okay.
Right? Ultimate Warrior, man. Gosh. Everybody likes Sting. I don't know. Sting, he's all right. You know, 90s wrestling guys. Ultimate Warrior was my jam.
I thought he was the lead singer of the Police.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that one was. He probably is the real Sting. But, you know, Scorpion, Sting. This is
right.
Anyway, Ultimate Warrior's where it's at for me.
I gotcha.
Matt, before we get to the action item, right? I'm gonna hit everybody with my, what are they? My trademark wrestling move.
Copyright.
Yeah.
This wrestling move's copywritten.
Yes. Brought to you by Ben, the Ultimate Ambassador Flow. Guys, wherever you listen to this, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Deezer, any of those platforms, make sure you smash. Make sure you body slam that follow button.
Smash.
If you're watching this on YouTube, put that subscribe button in a suplex. And hit that bell right beside of it. It doesn't mean that the match is over. It means that you're going to get notified every time we drop a new episode. Go to prospectboomerang.com and find out how you can be the ultimate warrior of recruiting, no matter what stage or phase of the business that you're in.
Right.
Matt.
Yep.
Hit us. Don't hit us. Be gentle.
No matter what round of the.
Yeah, no matter what round of the match you're in,
Yep.
right? Somebody's got you down, and you're getting ready to tap the mat, right? Even though it's a 3 count,
Right.
in WWE, whatever it is now. I don't watch wrestling. Then we'll help you out there. Prospectboomerang.com. Hit us with an action item.
All right. So go look at your top producers. Right. Let's start with them. You should do this all the way through your office, but let's start with the top producers. Are they putting their message online?
Mm-hmm.
Are they putting their name out there? Are they putting their information out there? Are they putting their, story out there? Right. If they are, support it. Be active and aggressive in supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you need to be connected with them, wherever their space is, and you need to have a relevant engagement with them. Okay.
Yeah, don't just do like thumbs up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Right. Who was it that was talking to us about that? It was Stephen Baum, right? Stephen Baum was like, don't just press the little, don't just press the little, go spend 20 minutes pressing the heart. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go in and spend just a second and do that little bit, that little bit extra.
Yeah.
Be engaged with them. The people that are not, your producers that are not, sit down and have a conversation with them and ask them why they're not doing that. Okay. Mm-hmm. If they say, I don't care, I don't believe in it, it doesn't matter to me, all that kind of stuff, I would still say, well, do you mind that whenever I hear about something great that you're doing,
yes,
do you mind if I post it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. When you're doing incredible things, do you mind if I put something out there about it and see what they say? Right.
Yeah.
And then tag them in it or make it about them or just say an anonymous agent in my office did this. Right. But tell that story. Like I mentioned before, be the co-star. Right.
Yeah.
Be the person that helps guide the guide that helps the other person be the
hero.
The hero of their story. That's right.
Yep, absolutely. Because if you do that, other agents are going to see it and they're going to want to, let's say, how do I learn more about being part of this?
Is there
this
any more
guy or
room?
Gal's brokerage?
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any more room for me to be lifted up on your shoulders?
Yep, exactly. Well, there's not on my shoulders, right? But there's plenty of room on Matt's shoulders. Man, he got broad shoulders.
You know how many times I've been told that in my life?
He got a strong back, guys. Matt, we put all of our listeners right on our shoulders and celebrate how amazing that they are, right? Because we love doing this podcast and bringing so much value to you guys, and we do it really for one reason and one reason alone. Tell them why that is, man.
Because we want to be the co-star in their win.